Hello everyone, I'll be handling digital system design. So before going to the subject, let us see what contents you'll be having in this subject. So coming to the course, okay. So coming to the course, you'll be having principles of combinational logic. That is, in that you'll be studying about the definition of combinational logic, canonical forms, generation of switching equations from truth tables, K-maps. You'll be having Quine-McCluskey method for the reduction of the Boolean expressions. In module 2, you'll be having analysis and design of combinational logic. That is, in that you'll be studying about the decoders, encoders, multiplexers, adders, subtractors. Okay, again, in the next module, that is module 3, you'll be having flip-flops, SR flip-flop, JK flip-flops. And about the flip-flops, later in the next module, you'll be having flip-flop applications. And the last module will be a sequential circuit design. So for this course, that is for this complete digital system design, you all can refer the textbooks, Yarburg, that is Digital Logic Applications and Design by John M. Yarburg, and you all can refer Donald D. Gibbon, and also you can refer Kothari, Maurice Mano, and Charles H. Roth. So these are the textbooks which you will be referring for your subject. Next, keeping in mind that you all know the basic gates. I hope you all have studied in your first year basic electronics subject that basic gates are AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, and you have studied about basic gates, that is AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, and you have studied about the universal gates, and you have studied about NAND and NOR, XOR and XNOR. Keeping in mind that all those things you have studied, so let us go for, and even you have studied about the Boolean laws. So once we will brush up with that. Here you are having commutative law. A plus B is equal to B plus A. AB is equal to BA. You have studied associative law, that is A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. AB into C is equal to A into BC. You have studied distributive law. A into B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. A plus BC is equal to A plus B into A plus C. Whereas identity law, it is A plus A. Identity, we are adding it with the same variable. A plus A is equal to A into A is also equal to A. Next, redundance law, it is A plus AB is equal to A and A into A plus B is equal to A. Next is 0 plus A is equal to A, 0 into A is equal to 0 and 1 plus A is equal to 1, 1 into A is equal to A. These laws you should be knowing to study this subject. So next it is A plus A bar B is equal to A plus B, A into A bar plus B is equal to AB. The same way it is explained here with the Boolean theorems that x into 0 is equal to 0. Here you can see AND gate, x is a input variable and we have given a 0. X may be 0 or 1. Okay, if x is equal to 0 or 1, the output is always 0. In the same way, x into 1 is always equal to x. X may be 0 or x may be 1. If suppose x is equal to 0, the output is 0. If x is equal to 1, it is 1. Let us see how it is. If x is equal to 0, output will be 0. 0 into 1, it is 0. If x is equal to 1, 1 into 1, output is 1. So next, x into x is x. So how it is? X is equal to, if x is equal to 0, output is 0. If x is equal to 1, output is 1. So 0 into 0, it will be 0. 1 into 1, it will be 1. And x into x bar is always equal to 0. How? If x is equal to 0, x bar will be equal to 1. So 0 into 1, it is 0. If suppose x is equal to 1, its bar will be 0. So 1 into 0, again it will be 0. In the same way, it is also done for OR gate. X plus 0 is equal to x, x plus 1 is equal to 1, x plus x is equal to x plus x bar is equal to 1. These are Boolean theorems. The same thing, what we call it as postulates also. Like a plus b, same thing in the previous slide, we have already seen. A plus b is equal to b plus a into b is equal to ba. The associative law is also the same thing what we have already seen in the previous slide. As you all know, what is De Morgan's theorem also? AB whole bar is equal to A bar plus B bar, and A plus B whole bar is equal to A bar into B bar. Multiplication will be converted into plus with complemented. Okay, in the same way, plus with the whole bar will be converted into multiplication, that is dot, with individual complemented. Next, coming to canonical standard forms. So before that, let us see what is definitions of literals. So coming to the definition, literal means what? Okay. So a literal is a Boolean variable or its complement. If suppose x is a variable, okay, so it is called as a literal, and its complement is also called a variable. That is, if x is a variable, x is a literal, and x bar is also a literal. In the same way, if a is a binary variable, a bar also is a binary variable, then we call it as literal, either a or a bar, either x or x bar. It is called as literal. Next, product term. A product is a literal or a logical product or multi-literals. Like suppose let x, y and z be binary variables. That corresponding product, like only x is also called as product term, xy is also called as product term, xz is also called as product term, or x bar y, y bar z, y bar, z bar, all this called as product term. Product in the sense multiplication. Next is sum term. A sum term is a literal or the logical OR of multiple literals. Like if suppose in the same way x, y, z are the binary variables. This x, y, z are the binary variables. Then what is the sum term we'll be getting? It is either x, only x is also a sum term, only y is also a sum term. In the same way, x plus y will be a sum term, y plus z will be a sum term, or x plus y plus z is also a sum term. Next, coming to product. So sum of product means this complete expression. What you're seeing, this complete expression is called as sum of product, or it is called as SOP. Okay, it is called as SOP. xy plus z plus x bar y is a SOP expression. In the same way, product of sum, that is POS, you'll be seeing x plus y bar plus z bar, x bar plus y plus z bar. Sum of product is a logical OR of multiple product terms. Like this is product terms, this is product term, this is product term, and it is done with a logical OR, that is plus. Okay, in the same way, POS is a logical AND of multiple OR terms. Like this is OR term, this is OR term, and this is odd term. It is ANDed. Okay, it is multiplied. Next, coming to min term. A min term is a special case product, that is AND term. A min term is a product term that contains all of the input variables that make up a Boolean expression. So in SOP, we call them, these terms are called as min terms. In SOP, especially in SOP, that is only in SOP, that is sum of product expression. These terms, what it is, this is called as min terms. And in product of sum, these terms are called as max terms. So remember, so in sum of product, what terms, that is multiplied terms, or these terms are called as, now what it is called as, it is called as min term. Product of sum, these terms are called as max terms. These terms are, we call it as max terms. Okay. So min term is clear, max term is clear. Next, coming to canonical sum of product. Canonical sum of product, it is like you'll be having one expression that you need to reduce it to canonical sum of product. Canonical means it should have the complete input variables. If suppose the input variable is A, B. So in that expression, what expression you will be having? In that expression, you should have the complete set of input variable. If suppose any one set is missing, any one literal is missing, you need to add it. There is a procedure of doing that. So first you understand what is canonical. Canonical sum of product is a complete set of min terms that defines when an input variable is at logic 1. If suppose you are having this truth table, like A, B is input variable and Y is the output. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. At 1, 1 we are having logic 1. Okay. So we'll be writing the expression as Y is equal to A, B. Okay. This is sum of product. Sum of product means 1 indicates A. Okay. 1 indicates B. If it is 0, it is A bar. Okay. If it is 0, it indicates B bar. So here it is called as A bar, B bar. Here it is called as A bar, B. Here it is A, B bar. Here it is A, B. So where it is 1, here it is 1. At which decimal it is? It is 3. So 1, 1. So Y is equal to AB. So this is called as decimal 0. This is called as decimal 1, 2, 3. So this is called as Y is equal to AB. So you are having two input variables, and in the output, that is when we write the expression, we are having AB. That means this is canonical SOP. If it was only B, then we need to reduce it to canonical. We have to, there are few steps where we need to do it to get the canonical sum of product. Next, coming to canonical product of sum. In the same way, what we have seen for sum of product, this is product of sum. A canonical product of sum is a complete set of max terms that defines when the output is logical 0. Here what we have done, we have seen at logical 1. Here we'll be seeing at logical 0. Here A is equal to, we are having two input variables. This is a truth table, AB 0, 0 and Y is equal to 0. So here for canonical pos, how we'll be writing? We'll be writing plus. There we used to write into AB product term. This is sum term. Okay. That was sum of product. This is product of sum. So here 0 indicates without bar. Don't get confused between canonical SOP and canonical pos. Okay. Canonical sum of product 0 means bar. Canonical product of sum means 0 means without bar. So where it is 0, here it is 0. So it is called as A plus B. Okay. So next. We have seen canonical and standard forms. So as I've already told you, sum of product, product of sum. These are called as min terms, A, B, C, A bar, B, C, A, B bar, C. So this is sum of product and this is product of sum. So next coming to min term, I've already explained this one. Okay, now min terms and max terms for three variables. So if suppose you are having two variables. Okay, you're having two variables. So how many combinations you'll be having? You'll be having four combinations: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. If you're having two variables, in the same way, if you're having three variables, how many combinations you'll be having? 2 raised to 3. If you're having two variables, it will be 2 raised to 2. If you're having three variables, it will be 2 raised to 3. If it is four variable, if it is four variable, it is 2 raised to 4. Always 2 raised to the input variables. How many input variables? So many combinations you'll be having. So here three variables. So you will be having 2 raised to 3. It is 8. So altogether 8 combinations you will be having. So here the combinations are given. Here it is 3 variables. Okay. So that means 2 raised to 3. It is 8. So now 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1, 1. Okay, this is for three variables. So three variables, 8 combinations. That means zero decimal number you will be having from 0 to 7. So this is called as 0. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So min term. Okay. Min term. 0 indicates bar. So for x it is 0. So it is x bar. And y it is 0, it is y bar. This is a product term. Min term means it is a product term. We are writing this table, okay, so that it will be very clear for you all. How will you be writing? Seeing the expression. So z means it is bar. Okay, so this is x bar, y bar, z bar for min term, and it is notated with a small letter m. Min term, it is a small letter m. Okay, its decimal is 0, so it is written as 0. Okay, so now 0, 0, 1. So how will you write? You'll write x bar, y bar and z. So it is x bar, y bar, z. So small letter m and its decimal value is 1. Okay. So now here 0, 1, 0, x bar, y, z bar. Its decimal value is 2. Here it is x bar, y, z. You can see here x bar, y, z. Its decimal value is 3. Here it is x, y bar, z bar. X, y bar, z bar. Its decimal value is 4. Here it is x, y bar, z. X, y bar, z. And decimal value is 5. It is x, y, z bar. Decimal value is 6. Here it is x, y, z. Decimal value is 7. Okay, so this is min term. It is called as product term. So here max term. So max term is OR term. Addition you will be doing. So in max term what it is? If it is 0, it is without bar. So here it is x plus y plus z. And it is notated as capital letter M and its decimal number is 0. Decimal value is 0. Okay, here again it is x plus y plus z bar. So here it is x plus y plus z bar, capital M, its decimal value is 1. Okay, here it is x plus y bar plus z. So x plus y bar plus z and decimal value is 2 and it is a capital letter M. In the same way, x plus y bar plus z bar, x plus y bar plus z bar, M3. At decimal, that is here at x variable, it is x bar, y plus z, M4. Okay. Next x bar plus y plus z bar. X bar plus y plus z bar. It is 5. Here it is x bar plus y bar plus z. Okay. So it is 6. So x bar plus y bar plus z bar, it is 7. So these are min terms and this is max term. And its decimal notation it is given M0, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7. So you need to remember, if I tell decimal 0, you should be able to write it as 0, 0, 0. If I tell 5, it is 1, 0, 1 for 3 variable. If it is 7, it is 1, 1, 1. So you need to remember this. Okay, you need to remember this table, this one. And if it is in min term, you should be able to write if it is 0, 0 means it is x bar, y bar, z bar. If it is max term means it is x plus y plus z. So min term Boolean expression. Okay. So if suppose f1 of x comma y comma z is equal to m1 plus m4 plus m6. So it is for min term Boolean expression, it is the symbol is sigma. This one, the symbol is sigma m1 4 6. So 1 4 6. So this expression is given and you should be able to write in the truth table. Okay. So next f2, there are two functions. That means two functions means you will be having two outputs. F1 is one output and F2 is two outputs. And what are the inputs? It is X, Y, Z. So three inputs you are having. So it is X, Y, Z. That is three variable input. Three variable means how many combinations you will be having? 2 raised to 3. It is 8. So it is from 0, 0, 0 till 1, 1, 1. That is 0 till 7 you will be having. So 1, 4, 6 for F1. So F1. So at 1 that is 0, 0, 1, 1. 4 means it is 1, 0, 0. 6 means it is 1, 1, 0. So you all should remember when we tell decimal number as 1, you should be able to tell that it is 0, 0, 1. So at 0, 0, 1 it is 1. At 1, 0, 0 it is 1. At 1, 1, 0 means it is 1. So when they give like this expression f1 of x, y, z summation 1, 4, 6. If they tell like this, that means at 1 it is the output is 1. At 4 it is output is 1. At 6 it is output is 1. It is for min term. Okay. So next f2 of x, y, z 2, 4, 6, 7 they are given. That means output is 1 at 2, output is 1 at 4, output is 1 at 6, output is 1 at 7. So you can see here 2, 4, 6, 7, it is 1. Rest all will be 0. Rest all will be 0. Okay. In this way, you will be writing the min term Boolean expression. So here two max term Boolean expression. So how you will be writing that in the truth table? So now f1 is equal to, there we were seeing that it was sigma. Here it is pi. As you all know that here for max term it is capital M. There it was small m. So pi m 0, 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay. F2 is equal to, F2 they have given it as pi m 0, 1, 3, 5. So let us see how it will be written. So here you can see x, y, z. Okay. So you'll be having 2 raised to 3. You'll be having 8 combinations. And F1 what they have given? It is 0, 2, 3, 5, 7. 0, 2, 3, 5, 7. As you all know, for min term it is, when min term output when they have given we'll be writing 1. But here what we'll be doing? We'll be writing 0. So here, see here, it is 0, 2, 3, 5, 7 for F1. So for F1 at 0 decimal number it is 0. At 2 it is 0. At 3 it is 0. At 5 it is 0 and 7 it is 0. There will be, we used to write 1. Here we'll be writing it 0. Next for F2 what it is? It is 0, 1, 3, 5. So at 0 that is 0, 0, 0 it is 0. At 1, 0, 0, 1 it is 0. Okay. So 0, 1, 1 means 3. It is 0. 1, 0, 1 means it is 5. It is 0. Rest all will be 1. There rest all we used to put it as 0. Here rest all will be putting it as 0. Rest all will be putting it as 1. Okay. So for today, let us conclude here. Later, tomorrow when you all join the class, you see that you will be perfect with combinations. Okay. You will be knowing what is AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, truth tables you should write in your notes. Okay. And try to write all these things in your notes.